It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
What is up, heroes of Dominion? My name is Charlie. This is Hero War Central, and in this video, we're going to discuss the new hero Fafnir a little bit. We're not going to go into detail about the hero, more about the hero event, but we are going to talk about my feelings about the hero later on at the end of this video. We're going to talk about the tasks. We're going to talk about the event map itself. We're going to talk about the chests, the percent chance to get all the different items, all of that. If you're curious about any specific topic, check out the description box down below. There's going to be timestamps so you can jump around to whatever point of the video that you need. But this is a 7-day event. We love 7-day events. They usually have a lot of stuff going for them. And even if you don't like Fafnir, even if you don't want to do a lot of spending or resource investment into this event, just playing the game every day is going to get you a lot of free stuff. Just do the activity for the event every day and you'll get a nice little extra little perk just for logging in and spending an extra 5 or 10 minutes playing the game. That's my favorite part about events like this. Not only do you get free stuff for basically just playing the game, but it's also a 7-day event, so you get a lot more. So the Runic Rumble event is made up of 2 major sections. You have the tasks that you need to complete in order to generate currency that you can use to fight the enemy bosses and minions in the event map, and then you have the event map itself. The event map has, of course, all of the different things that you can take a look at. Let's start here. So the event map has the runestone generator, right? You can just claim this. That's this guy right here, and every 2 hours, you're going to get an additional one to pop up right here, up to a max of 12. So make sure that you are clicking on this before it maxes out in 24 hours or what have you. Don't let this run over. You want to get as many of these runestones as possible because you need them in order to fight the boss. You have the Fafnir Shop right here, which we'll talk about in just a second. Let's go ahead and attempt the first fight here. Now, as far as I know, the enemies that you line up against are going to be based on your team level, not your hero level, but your team level. All right. So the rewards are going to be some of the event shop currency, Fafnir coin, as well as the honor boxes, which we are going to discuss what's in the honor boxes a little bit later on. We're just going to go ahead and try our best to defeat this lineup here. Most events like this, if you have a nice balanced team, a decent tank, a decent healer, and a decent damage dealer, and you're not too focused in one direction, either too much damage but not enough healing and tanking, too much tanking or too much healing, if you have a nice balanced team, you usually don't have any trouble defeating these adventure or event map bosses or minion fights. Now, I'm going to claim my reward, thank you, and I can have a little conversation. It's over, this is your last chance, cease ravaging the forest and your life will be spared. Now, of course, we know that Fafnir is a blacksmith. Fafnir crafts weapons and armor for an army that he has since realized that is not doing the best things, not doing the right things. So he's kind of in disgrace a little bit, and the point of this 7-day event is to bring him into the fold of the heroes of Dominion, so that he can make armor and weapons for heroes like Galahad and Aurora and others. But we have to convince him otherwise first, and of course we do that by fighting him, I guess, a bunch. So we have a couple of additional fights before you get to the boss each day. And we're not going to go through all of them right now. I'll just kind of skip ahead. But these minion fights, they do require some of the rune stones as well. They just don't require as much. Boss fights usually require 6. These minion fights usually only require 2. So let's go ahead and jump to the boss fight. All right, so now that we are at the boss, we can jump in here and you can see that we need to have 6 of the rune stones, but we only have 2. So let's discuss a little bit, a couple of the ways to get these rune stones. First, and the most important thing that you can do each day is this quest button down here. Every day, you're going to be given some quests, and in past events, these accumulate every day. So you don't have to complete these today. These will continually extend and add to every single day as the event goes on. So if you don't do them all in one day, you can work on maybe the collect 10 soul stones of any hero. You can work on that one tomorrow or the day after. I'm going to go ahead and put on screen now the entire list of quests for the entire event, so you can kind of plan ahead a little bit. It may be beneficial to hold off on doing certain things or spending certain resources until one of these daily quests is the active quest for you. I want to thank Loadrunner for finding this and other images that I'm going to show in this video. Go ahead and screenshot this if you'd like. I'm sure this has already been floating around the internet for a while, but that is one great way to get some of the rune stones in order to fight the minion fights every day and to fight the boss. Another way to get the rune stones is to complete one of the 8 tasks that are required during during this 7-day Runic Rumble event. And this is kind of the other half of the event itself. You have 8 tasks. All of them reward you with these rune stones. You have login, and this is a 7-day event. Emerald Blossom is spend emeralds, and you do need to spend 75,000 emeralds to complete this. Thirst for Activity is to spend energy, and you can repeat this task once you run through the first time. 6,000 each run through. Open Outland chests, kind of the same situation here. Once you complete this one, you can reset it. Thirst for Activity, the energy one, and Outland treasures are the only 2 tasks on here that are repeatable. So you can spend a ton of energy to continually reset this task, or a ton of emeralds to continually reset the Outland, open Outland chest task. Titanic Effort is to collect Titanite from the guild dungeon, 1,500 in 7 days. You have Generous Soul, which is buy VIP. It doesn't seem like Generous Soul would be the one. It seems like Champion's Forge, which is collect hero soul stones. It feels like the names are backwards here, but that's okay. Champion's Forge is to collect hero soul stones, and you need to collect 850. And finally, Blacksmith Mastery is to promote the color rank of the new hero Fafnir all the way to orange +4. Now, going through here, there are some pretty easy to complete tasks if you're a free-to-play player. If you're not a pay-to-win player, I don't know what I would do as far as breakpoints here. They have the ascending reward track instead of the same reward track. And if you don't know what I mean, that's okay. It's not really that important. But if you really like Fafnir, or you really like the items from the shop, then you're going to spend emeralds. If you don't, then you are not. It's, really that simple. Thirst for Activity, spending energy. I mean, the average player is going to get around 800 energy per day, maybe a little bit less. Without spending any emeralds on energy, you're going to be able to get probably through this once through if you just spend a little bit. I'm not going to do math because it is a Wednesday and we only do math on Mondays. Open Outland chests, again, I mean, you probably should only be opening about 5 of these a day as an average player, and that'll put you at about 35. But, if you want to spend a couple of emeralds, this is definitely the place to spend it. Collecting Titanite in the dungeon, just do the best you can. Buying VIP, I mean, I'm not going to tell anybody to spend any money. If you're going to spend money and you like this event, if you like the rewards, same deal as the spend emeralds. If you like the rewards, Fafnir, or the stuff from the shop, then obviously you're going to spend a little bit of money to buy emeralds if you haven't already. Collecting hero soul stones. I'm not sure that I would waste a lot of my nesting dolls on this event, though, again, if you like it, then go right ahead. And then finally, promoting Fafnir. Nobody's going to do this unless you absolutely love Fafnir. Nobody's going to waste the time and energy promoting Fafnir to orange +4 unless you love him, or unless you have every other hero maxed already. But all of these tasks are going to reward you with more of the rune stones, which you can use towards fighting the minions and continually fighting the boss every single day. And you can fight the boss multiple times a day if you would like. Now, if that all isn't enough for you and you need more chances or more ways to get rune stones, you can absolutely go to the coin merchant and buy the currency here. Now, you don't get the rune stones directly. You kind of skip the process of fighting the boss and doing all the tasks. But if you're just looking for a fast way to convert to advanced currency from your emeralds, then this is the way to do it. It's not going to be the most efficient. Obviously, doing the event tasks and fighting the minions and fighting the boss is going to be the most efficient way. But if you're looking for a nice jump start, or if you just want to get the event over with and not worry about it for the rest of the week, this is what you got to do. It should be noted, however, that you don't really get much benefit out of spending emeralds here. You do get credit for the spend emerald task, but it would be better to spend emeralds on opening Outland chests, so you could get Outland chest rewards as well as Outland chest task completion, as well as spend emeralds task completion. So there is a little bit of a trade-off there. Again, only for the spenders. I'm not sure I would recommend anybody spending emeralds on that if you're just an average player. Now, as far as Fafnir's shop is concerned, there's a couple of different strategies about this shop that you might consider or you might not. So obviously, this is the only way to currently get Fafnir, right? You can spend the event currency to purchase star ranks of Fafnir. You can buy him with 1,000 and it ascends up, I think, to like 35,000 or whatever it is. You can use evolution books on this. If you do have 4 or 5 evolution books, you can just buy him the one time and spend evolution books on this. If you have enough global championship trophies, of course. But if you don't, one strategy to spend coins on this event is to purchase Fafnir. And it couldn't hurt to just summon him, spend 1,000 on it just to get him unlocked. I'm going to go ahead and do that now just so that I have him for the sake of videos in the future. You could buy runic chests, and the main reason why you would buy runic chests is a lot of great rewards here, for sure. However, the big grand prize is the level 40 Lian skin, the health skin. I actually really like Lian. She's one of my favorite heroes, and I'm going to be chasing this skin first before I worry about the Fafnir hero or any of the other purchasable items on my main account. If you don't like Lian, then the rewards in this chest may not be the best for you. I am going to put on screen right now the percent chance to get the different rewards. You can see the breakdown of, what it's going to take to get each of the things, the skin stones or the glyphs or the gold, the sparks of power, whatever you're looking for specifically out of the Runic chest. Here is the percent chance to get those items. Of course, if you're just chasing the grand prize Lian skin, you will guaranteed get the skin if you open 173 of these boxes. Bad luck protection kicks in at 173. It's kind of a weird number, but that's the number that they have in here. If you're trying to chase Lian and you get it before 173, consider yourself lucky and stop spending on the Runic chests. The third strategy when it comes to the Fafnir shop is to buy items, buy skin stones, or buy artifact boxes. Now, I haven't done the math on any of this. Please, check out your various forums, your Discord, your Facebook groups. There are some great rewards in here, like the Alchemist set, the Alucard's amulet, the Asclepius' staff. As far as, a general time saver, the Unity of Extremes, definitely a good choice here. Buying an item is going to save you weeks, if not months, of farming in the campaign to get this item. And these items are all items that you would use to promote the color rank of Fafnir, but you can use these items on other heroes. There is no doubt that some of these are going to be better than others, but generally speaking, I would buy the one that you need at the very bottom of your hero's stat page. And what I mean by that is, let's just take a look at Luther. If you click on stats right there and you scroll all the way to the bottom, whatever hero you're trying to level up the most, the orange +4 items are right here. You can see that Alucard's amulet is there. A couple of these items are available in that shop. So there are definitely going to be some that are better than others. And if you do know which of these items is the best to purchase out of the shop as far as the pure efficiency based on the energy, based on the campaign mission, please let me know in the comment section down below. I'd love to, pin a comment if there is a better item than others. But I will save this. In the past, and I'm not sure 100% again if it's the case for this event, in the past, the absolute most efficient thing that you can purchase from these shops has been skin stones. For event after event after event, transferring the event currency Fafnir coin into the skin stones or whatever the event currency has been, that has been the best use of the coins, bar none. It's just a slightly better efficiency overall. If we're going on strict coin to emerald to item efficiency, I believe the skin stones are the best choice. Of course, the artifact boxes are also a great choice, but it's just a different kind of scarcity. Let me know in the comment section down below what items you think are the best to purchase, and maybe we can come to some kind of consensus in the comment section. Now, in each of the fights that we successfully completed, the minion fights and the boss fights, we got some of these honor boxes. I'm gonna go ahead and put on screen now the breakdown of rewards for the honor box, the percent chance to get each of the individual items. So if you're curious about what's in the honor box or the chance to get the the gold or the XP potions or what have you, then we've got it on screen now. Go ahead and take a look at it, screenshot if you like. Again, it's probably already floating around on the internet somewhere for you, but you get them just for fighting the boss. So, I wouldn't worry too much about it. It's just extra stuff. I think that I will be saving these for a future event. Since these do have a chance to have Hero Soul Stones in them, I will be saving them for an event that requires me to collect a bunch of Hero Soul Stones in an event that I actually want to spend Soul Stones on. This is not that event, but that's just a personal preference. Save them if you want. They'll just sit in your inventory for however long that you would like. They're not going to decay or disappear or anything like that. Just make sure you get them out of your mailbox if they somehow end up in your mailbox. And finally, let's talk about Fafnir just a little bit. Should you get Fafnir? Should you not get Fafnir? Obviously, this is going to be very subjective. It's going to really depend on what you feel about Fafnir, what heroes you're currently leveling. Does he fit in your current lineup? Obviously, there's going to be more use cases if you are a Way of Honor team, if you have that kind of team leveled up. If you're building agility damage dealers, then he's going to be a little bit more beneficial. If your primary damage dealers are strength-based or intelligence-based, like mages or a warrior, for example, then Fafnir is not going to be a great fit into your lineup. I can see him being very effective on defense as like a stall or a timeout kind of team. His green ability does block all kinds of damage, not just physical or magical or pure. It blocks all damage for a duration, so it could be beneficial, especially if you build around him correctly. I can see some great strategies with the Way of Honor being formulated already out there, And I do understand that that's a very strong faction before, and I think with the addition of Fafnir, it's going to be a very strong faction going forward. I think that if you are building a Way of Honor lineup with, if you love Tristan or if you love Artemis with the Artemis change, then I think Fafnir is a get. I think for sure, 100%. But if you're not doing that and you're not trying to build a timeout team, maybe don't worry about this hero for now. Maybe worry about him a little bit later when you have easier access to his soul stones or when you're building your second or third team. Personally, I'm not building a Way of Honor team. I kind of wish that I had in the past, given the recent Artemis change and, of course, the addition of Fafnir. I actually really like the aesthetic of Fafnir a lot. But the 3-4 teams that I'm building right now on my main account are not Way of Honor, so I'm not going to be pushing for him a ton. I'm going to get him to 3 or 4 stars, just as we go. But like I said earlier, I am going to be focusing on that Leon skin first. Guys, this is the point of the video that I ask you to please consider leaving a like if you found this video helpful or educational or fun at all. We do live stream Monday through Friday. The schedule is on screen now. If you are curious about a more in-depth discussion about Fafnir's skills, I've got that video on screen right now. Please check it out. It is super helpful in an overall discussion of the skills about Fafnir specifically. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. I love you all. Good luck in Dominion.